Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. I'm Sally Hammond, Vice President of Enrollment and Marketing. And for those of you in the media, we make it a practice to reserve press conferences for milestones in the life of the college. So thank you for coming out and attending this event. Let me just give you a sense of the program today. We'll start with the president of the college, followed by the chair of the Board of Trustees, and then a Converse student. We'll wrap up with a short video and then a few minutes for Q&A. Reporters, if you are interested in an interview while you're here on campus today, we have alumni, we have students here at the press conference, trustees, faculty, and a select group of high school guidance counselors from the upstate. And we're so thrilled that you all could be here for this announcement. And members of our communications team are on hand. Beth, if you would raise your hand, and I don't know if Leah's Leah's in the very back. I don't know if you media folks still have pagers. If you do, throw it away and get a cell phone. But if you've got a cell phone, go ahead and turn it off. And at this point, it is my pleasure to introduce the 9th president of Converse College, Dr. Betsy Fleming.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. As we usher in the 125th anniversary of the founding of Converse College, it is exciting and appropriate that Converse is taking another bold, pioneering step. Much like our founders did in 1889 when they first established this institution to give women access to a college education. Today, it is my honor to announce that Converse is adding another milestone, another first to its history. We are the first in South Carolina and among 10 institutions nationwide since 2012 to take the lead in addressing college affordability. Beginning fall 2014, Converse will reset its tuition price to $16,500. A 43% decrease from the current price of over $29,000 and back to a number that was last seen in 2001. Our total comprehensive sticker price, including room and board, will be $26,000. This price aligns more closely with the average net cost our students actually pay to attend Converse. Our reduced tuition price will convey Converse's affordability up front. We hope it will open the door for more families to actively consider the value that Converse offers as a private college. We are making this move following 18 months of extensive research, analysis, and planning. Think of it as a course correction that aligns our price with family household budgets. It is a commitment to ensure that a high-quality, personalized education remains affordable and accessible in an economy in which increases in the cost of living and the price of college have dramatically exceeded increases in family household income. Converse has been paying attention to the reports and headlines in the media. You all have your hand on the pulse of America. We heard President Obama's challenge for change. We recognize the significant investment that our state and federal governments make to support young Americans' quest for a college education. And most importantly, we listen to our students and their parents, prospective students and their family members. We know the realities of middle-class families and their stories of struggle to make dollars stretch further. We watch students manage multiple jobs while being a full-time student. We love their dreams and their commitments to being their best selves. So what does this move mean for them? Every returning student in fall 2014 will benefit. With the reset, our students next year will not face the average annual tuition increase of about 3.5%. Each student will then save no less than $1,000 and some much, much more when compared to the current pricing structure. Each student has been mailed today a personalized letter showing exactly her savings for the 2014-15 academic year. Families of all income levels will benefit. External funding, including non-Converse awards, state and federal aid, will go much further towards paying the lower tuition price. Students who receive state and federal need-based aid or who qualify for Converse merit and talent scholarships will see that funding cover a higher percentage of their cost. Their personal investment in their college education will go further. Middle-class families who are being squeezed out of a 4-year college education due to the high tuition, high discount model will see their dollars stretch further towards affording a 4-year private college degree. And we all worry about the growing student loan crisis. This reset reduces the burden of debt that is saddling many of our students well into adulthood. Higher education is a sector resistant to change. Converse makes this entrepreneurial move to realign higher education's financial model with the economic reality of the middle class. Converse is taking the lead to challenge escalating tuition prices and to ensure that the value of a private education is within the reach of any talented young woman who seeks it. Our reset is about continuing our founders' mission of ensuring access to college. There are several reasons why we can do this now. Because we have experienced growing, record-breaking traditional undergraduate enrollments over the past 3 years. Because we benefit from the generosity of those who have come before us, especially those who have established endowed scholarship funds totaling over $37.5 million today. Because we have managed our resources effectively and responsibly. We can do this because we have drilled down to rework our operating budget to support a lower tuition price while maintaining our high-quality standards. Nothing will be trimmed or eliminated from the Converse experience to accommodate this change. In fact, we are growing in excellence with our student outcomes, the launch of new academic and athletic programs, the hiring of new faculty, capital improvement projects, and increased national visibility through such accolades as a top 5 ranking in Washington Monthly. As president of Converse, I'm excited about what this reset can do to change the course and conversation in higher education. But I am most excited about what this bold move can do for our students and how it can fuel their dreams. The new price gives Converse one of the lowest undergraduate tuitions of any 4-year private college in the region. It offers up a customized, high-quality education at a price comparable to premier public universities in and out of state. As stewards of the Converse mission, a strategic and invested Board of Trustees guided the process to make this tuition reset a reality. It is now my pleasure to introduce Benjamin Wall, Chair of the Board and co-founder and managing partner of WJ Partners, an investment firm headquartered in South Carolina. Ben's grandmother is a Converse alumna. His father also served as a Converse trustee.
Thank you, Betsy. And my wife and I have 3 young children, and like all parents who begin assessing many years in advance how to how to pay for college, we've done the math, and it's scary. On behalf of the Converse Board of Trustees, many of whom are here today, this is a notable day for Converse and higher education, both in South Carolina and more broadly. We've been working on this goal for almost 2 years, and from the start of our conversations, there have been 3 aspects of this plan that have resonated with me. First, it's time. It's time for higher education to listen to its customers and respond appropriately. In 2011, the real median household income in the United States was $50,054. The average sticker price today at a 4-year private college is $39,518. And at the current growth rate, that figure will climb above $50,000 in 5 years. American families are concerned about the high cost of college education that continues to outpace their means. And they want to see a quantifiable proof of success to justify this significant investment. Over the last few years, the perceived value of a college degree has diminished significantly for most Americans. And less than a third of those who still believe that a college education is valuable also believe it's affordable. Unfortunately, most high school seniors are forced to determine where they will apply based on financial considerations and rather than on their qualifications as a candidate. Converse's tuition reset aims to realign with the economic realities of American families and let them know that the cost of a college education is affordable. Second, it's transparent. Peter Drucker, the renowned thinker and educator of modern management, once said, "There are 2 marketing crimes that will never be forgiven, and colleges commit both. One is buying customers. The other is pretending your merchandise costs a lot more than it does." Mr. Drucker made this statement in 1993, and his insight was remarkable. The pricing practices of colleges and universities do not make sense in the business world, and yet it has been the standard of procedure for higher education for almost 20 years. As an investor, I regularly evaluate companies across a broad range of industries, and the business model of higher education is one of the most complex and confusing I've ever encountered. Think how difficult it is for an American family to understand how they are going to pay for college when they see the listed sticker price for tuition. The typical solution is a complex equation of financial aid and student loans. This move Converse is making both simplifies the model and helps remove the overwhelming uncertainty that families are facing. Third, it's true to our mission. This move does not compromise the quality of Converse's program or the Converse experience. In fact, the college is expanding its curriculum as well as enhancing its campus with new facilities in order to accommodate an enrollment that has been increasing for the last 3 years. When the founders of Converse admitted its first class of female students 125 years ago, they made a bold and progressive move to increase the accessibility of higher education. Today, we continue that tradition by offering talented young women an affordable college degree. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce one of our new freshman students, Angela Lane. Angela is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and her interest in theater attracted her to Converse. Angela, I don't think you could have ever imagined that you'd be on stage in front of the cameras this soon after arriving on campus. Angela's older sister, Erica, graduated last year and served as student government president and as an ex officio member of the Board of Trustees during her senior year. She was an important voice that the board listened to throughout our discussions last year, and I know that she is thrilled that her younger sister will be a beneficiary of this tuition reset. Angela?
Thank you. Hello, I just want to take this time and opportunity to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak, not only on the behalf of my fellow classmates, but on the behalf of everyone that will benefit from this tuition change. I'm not only a freshman here at Converse, I'm a legacy. Erica graduated in May, and though I only became aware of this tuition change yesterday, my sister has known probably her entire senior year, I'm pretty sure. And she's played a major role in it. So ever since my sister decided to attend Converse over 4 years ago, I've kept my eye on Converse as a part of my own college research. Over those years, I've seen Converse grow, not only by the amount of incoming freshmen they see every fall, but also in Converse's drive to provide everything they possibly can for its students. Lowering the tuition costs makes these same opportunities accessible to a lot more people without any loss to what the college offers. Converse is making this change for its students. The minimum saving of about $1,000 doesn't seem like much, but it could mean the difference between one of the students owning all of her books or having to borrow them from one of her friends and work around their schedule of needing the books as well. It could mean a study travel trip, or being able to attend local opportunities like the High Heel 100 or the Tibetan monks that are coming later on this month. And being able to go out into the community and into the world to experience these things is a crucial part of college. It allows you to go beyond yourself and to learn from other people's perspectives. Converse is giving every woman that attends this institution these opportunities. And I know this past year when I was applying and I got my financial aid package in, it wasn't quite enough because my dad is the only one paying for my college tuition. And it was just that $1,000 difference. And so we had to appeal my financial aid package. And it didn't make my family feel that great because it's that $1,000 and that made all the difference. And then I know when my sister attended Converse, she not only had one job or two jobs, at times she had 3 jobs all at one time while in school. And that's amazing. And just at 12:30, the student body got to hear the news that the tuition was going to be cut to $16,500. And when I heard yesterday, it was myself, President Fleming, 2 other faculty, staff members, and 2 other students. And that was powerful. I knew what it meant to me, and it meant to those few other people. But when I was in that room with all of the students that attend Converse College, and there was an audible breath and a cheering, I cried. It was powerful because I knew how it felt to me, and so I knew that every single one of those students was feeling that too. And it was beautiful because it means that I can come back next year, and it means that they can come back next year, and they can pursue what they want to. And I am truly honored and incredibly excited to be a Converse student, to be a new student at an institution that is willing to be bold and be different. And I look forward to taking advantage of everything that Converse has to offer me. Thank you.
All right, you two can't go away. I know that there are some media here that might like to snag you. And as I mentioned, reporters, there are faculty here, trustees, alumni, other students. And at this time, we'll show the video, and when the video ends, those who have spoken today will be available for questions and answers.
The debate over higher education and its rising costs.
And with the cost of college skyrocketing,
tuition and fees have skyrocketed 570%.
We've been listening to students and their parents.
Higher education requires a successful model for these challenging times.
Congressmen and the president are talking about the cost of higher education.
We think it's time to do something bold.
Starting fall 2014, I'm proud to announce we are cutting tuition 43% so that we can respond to the needs and concerns of students and their families. As
As Converse celebrates its 125th anniversary, we're stronger now than we have ever been in our history. We just completed a $12 million apartment housing project. We are breaking ground on new first-year experience housing, a new field house. We're launching a new genetic counseling program, a brand new School of the Arts. We've raised over $70 million. Just last year, we were named number 3 in the country by Washington Monthly. But what we are most excited about is our expecting the largest class of new students in 25 years. One of our driving inspirations are the outcomes for our students. How we help them realize their dreams is our driving force and driving mission.
I was allowed and I had the honor and privilege of being a part of making the decision. And although I am not going to reap the benefits of this, I am so excited about the wonderful opportunities that this is going to provide to future women.
We have been working on this plan for over a year and a half. So we have been able to recreate a business model at this college that allows us to continue to provide a very customized education that supports, motivates, empowers the outcomes and dreams of our students, but allows us to do that at a much more accessible price.
Converse doesn't want us just to make small changes. Converse wants us to make big changes, bold changes.
Our alumni are serving as diplomats for the United States government. They're serving abroad. They're ministers. They're physicians. They are pioneers in the new field of social media communications. They're writers. They go on to do wonderful things and make a huge difference in their communities and in our world.
I think it's important that Converse leads as an institution in introducing something bold, a new model.
A lot of institutions are considering this kind of a price reset, and we are thrilled to be leaders in making opportunities available for more young women by being one of the first institutions that actually does cut tuition.
In terms of innovation and doing what's right, you always want to be the first person or the first institution to take that step.
At the end of the day, it's the right thing to do. We are now ready and open to answer any questions for any 3 of us, and then we know there will be other individuals available for questions who are part of the Converse community after the official end of the press conference.
What are the other colleges that have also done this?
There are a total of 10 colleges nationwide. I don't know the entire list. We've worked very actively with Concordia University in St. Paul, Minnesota, because they are very much like us as an institution in terms of having a lot of both private and public institutions in their state, and also having an NCAA Division II athletic program. But Ashland University recently cut its price. I can't remember all the others, but we can certainly provide those. Sewanee is also an institution that has recently been cutting tuition.
Isn't yours one of the largest cuts around? I just have seen some other cuts, but it seems the Converse is pretty significant.
Yes, ours at 43% is the largest cut of any institution since 2012.
What, in your view, is the reason for such a meteoric rise in college education over the past 10 to 15 years?
You want to answer that, or you want me to? Well, I think primarily because the model is built around high tuition, high discount. So The costs are rising in terms of utilities, like anyone's household budget, but it's really built around a model that was predicated on the idea that higher price equals higher quality. But in fact, we know a recent Gallup poll suggested that 43% of American public actually disagrees that price and quality, high price and high quality are equated when it comes to college education.
Betsy, if you all will ask the question into the microphone, that way we'll be able to get it into the report.
Okay.
And can you talk about the value of a single-sex education? There's obviously a lot of studies that indicate why it's good. What is your view?
Well, I see the value of it when our students graduate and walk across the stage. Over 60% of last year's graduates had jobs or knew where they were going to graduate school, most often with fellowships, when they walked across the stage. Over 60% had a leadership opportunity when they were here. 37% of last year's graduating class were the first women in their college, first members of their family to actually go to college. But for me, I see this experience allowing students to grow and develop personally and professionally into their best selves. It is really all about providing an education that is acclimated, adjusted for the young women here. Angela, do you want to add anything to that?
It's about accurate. I mean, Erica, my sister, was a first generation, so she falls into that category. Our family falls into that category.
Any other questions?
Okay. Well, with no other questions, I want to thank you all for joining us today. Those of you who would like us to facilitate an interview with anyone here, or you'd like to photograph campus, that's fine. Just wander around, take your time, enjoy yourself, and thank you all for being here.